Let's talk about public goods versus private goods. Move that out of the way. Start the timer. Stop bossing me around. Okay. Public goods. That's the main idea. You already have an idea what private goods are, but we'll repeat that. Public goods. Our last economics lesson. Hooray! I liked economics. Sorry. Public goods. Something that anyone can use and we can all use at the same time. A public good, like the public, available to the public, as opposed to it's your own private good for your own private consumption. A public good is for anyone and you can use it at the same time as someone else. Let's go over this. A public good. Excludable versus non-excludable, or you could say exclusive versus non-exclusive, basically means the same thing. We're going to look at a public good and we're going to break it down into several categories so that you understand how a public good is different from a private good. An excludable good means not everyone can use it. You can be excluded from using something. It is exclusive. And usually the way that you can exclude someone from using a specific good is the price of the good. If it's really expensive, only a few people can have a Lamborghini. So the price usually is the way that you exclude someone from using a good. And obviously a non-excludable means everyone can use it, and usually these are free goods. If you had to guess which one is going to be a public good, you're probably going to say a public, meaning the public or for everyone, is probably going to be non-excludable. It can't be excluded, so it's typically going to be free. And private goods like cars and video games and clothes are exclusive or excludable because of their price. Rivalrous versus non-rivalrous, like the word rivalry. Our school has a rivalry with Lexington. They are our rivals, so meaning against. Two people fighting against each other, not in love, not friends, not buddies, not working together, not sharing. That is what rivalry means. Rivalrous, your enemy. If it's non-rivalrous, then it means you're kind of working together in harmony. So a rivalrous good means only one person can use it at a specific time. So that good can only be used by one person. A non-rivalrous good, which might be hard to imagine, but it can be used or consumed by many people at the same time. You may be drawing a blank, like how can someone, like you're probably thinking of a cheeseburger. Only one person can use a cheeseburger. You might be thinking of a baseball bat. Only one person can swing a baseball bat. What good can be used by a bunch of people all at the same time? We're going to get to that. We'll get there. And once I show you how one good or service can be used by many at the same time, then you're like, oh, duh, no brainer there. All right, so again, excludable versus non-excludable, rivalrous versus non-rivalrous. Now, if we want to know what a public good is, a public good is going to be, remember I said, something anyone can use and we can all use at the same time. So a public good is non-excludable. Typically, a public good is going to be free. No one can be left out. And also, not only is it free and we all have the option of using it, we can all use it at the same exact time. That is what a public good is. Let's go into some more details of public goods. Shoes are not a public good. Why are they not a public good? Shoes are a private good. Why? Because they are excludable. If you want shoes, you have to pay for them. You don't get free shoes. Typically, depending on the shoes, the prices go up, so you can exclude people from using shoes. Also, they're rivalrous. Only one person could put on a pair of shoes at a time. I cannot use your shoes right now. Only you can use your shoes. So they are a private good. All right, we've got a chart here that's going to help us understand what's going on. So in this chart, I've got exclusive, non-exclusive. So all the things in this column are going to be exclusive or excludable, usually by price. And in this column, we'll have things that are non-exclusive or non-excludable, mainly are going to be free. In this row, we will have rivalrous. Things that are in conflict or are against each other, fighting, enemies, rivalry. Only one person can use at a given time in this row. In this row, we have non-rivalrous or non-rivalries, or people can share and work together. This is something that we can all use at the same time. This is something we can all use at the same time. It's non-rivalrous. Living in harmony, working together. So if we're following the chart, so everything in this block is going to be exclusive and rivalrous, meaning you can be excluded and only one person can use it. Over here, it's non-exclusive, but it's still rivalrous. You can't be left out. Everyone can use it, but it's something that only one person can use at a given time. Over here, it is exclusive, meaning you can be excluded, but it's non-rivalrous, meaning you got to pay money to use it, but many people can use it at the same time. Over here, we'll have non-rivalrous. Many people can use it at the same time, and you can't be left out, typically free. Let's go through. This is going to really help us understand public goods. Let me change the chart a little bit here. It's still same thing, still non-rivalrous, still rivalrous, but to better help us understand this moving forward, non-rivalrous is mainly going to benefit many, right? If it's non-rivalrous, we can all use it at the same time, so it's going to benefit many. And rivalrous, like rivalry, benefits few. Only one can use it at a specific time. Give us a little bit more of our notes to help us understand. Remember, exclusive is mainly going to be excluding people from using that good by charging a price, and non-exclusive means we're not going to exclude people, and that typically means it's going to be free. Examples of non-exclusive or of exclusive and rivalrous. These are typically private goods. You can be excluded from using it based on the price, and only one person can use it at a time. Shoes are a perfect example. They are rivalrous, and they can be exclusive. A cheeseburger. You got to pay for that cheeseburger. If you don't have any money for the cheeseburger, you get no cheeseburger. Also, cheeseburger can only benefit one person at a time. Well, I know in your brain you're imagining two people eating a cheeseburger at the same time, almost so close that they're about to smooch each other. But if you really think about it, the person eating the cheeseburger, that one bite only goes to them. You cannot share the same bite. That is disgusting. I know that you're now getting the visualization of what if two people try to share the same bite? Get it out of your head. Cars. I can use my car. You can't use my car. You can use your car. And I know you're trying to think, well, what if? Stop. If you want to think about public transportation, we're going to get into a different situation there. But for the most part, can you be excluded from using a car? Yes, you got to buy it. Does the car benefit a bunch of people? No, it typically only benefits the person that owns the car, maybe the family members, maybe other people that are in that car. But a lot of people cannot use a car at the same time, unless it's a clown car where we put 100 clowns in the car at the same time. Whatever. Okay, maybe you get it, maybe you don't. All right, now let's look at something that is rivalrous, meaning only one person can use it, or it benefits very few, but it's non-exclusive and that's free. Fishing grounds. Typically, everyone can go to a pond and fish, and it's free. You cannot be excluded. The problem is it is rivalrous because there's only so many fish in that pond. And if I fish, I get the fish. You don't get the fish. And if I catch all the fish are going to be gone. So we can't all go fishing. There's not enough fish there. We're all allowed to go fishing, but there's only so much fish. So there is a rivalry. There is a rivalrous relationship because it's only going to benefit few. We can all go fishing, but only so many of us are going to get a fish. A pasture is another example of this. This is kind of an odd situation. These are a little bit more on the rare end, but a pasture is like an open field where we can all use the open field and we can all take our animals to graze in the open field, but there's only so much land. And so some people's sheep and cattle are going to graze and eat, but some people, there's not going to be enough land for everybody. So you can't really keep people out of the pasture. But so it is non-exclusive or non-excludable, but only a few people are going to benefit from it because there's only so much good grass to feed my sheep and to feed your cattle. Eventually, there's not enough grass there, and so no one's benefiting it. You can still use it. You're walking around on the dirt. Wildlife is another example. You can't really keep people from hunting or experiencing the wild, well, mainly hunting, but it is rivalrous in that it only benefits the people that kill the animals. And there's only so many animals. If we kill them all, then no one is going to benefit. It benefits few. Wildlife, hunting. You can't exclude people. It's open land. Do your thing. But it's only going to benefit few. Again, this one's more of a rare example, but it is not a public good either because although it is free, it cannot be used by all people at once. So it is not a public good. Let's go on to our next category. This is one where all right, you're wondering about something. This one's kind of tricky. It's not tricky. What am I talking about? You can figure this out. So we're talking about something that is exclusive It costs money, a movie theater, but also it benefits many people at the same time. I can go into many movie theater and I can consume what's on the screen. You can sit next to me and consume what's on the screen. Somebody can sit in the back row. Everybody in that theater can use it all at once. And when someone else uses it, they don't use it all up. And when I use it, I don't use it all up. When I'm watching Avengers Endgame, my eyes do not steal it away from anyone else. We can all use it at the same time, but it is exclusive. An amusement park. Another example, it is exclusive because you got to buy a ticket. But when I go to the amusement park, I don't use up all the rides, and you don't use up all the rides, and the thousands of people that are at the amusement park, they don't use up all the rides. So it's benefiting many. This is a non-rivalrous, but it's exclusive. And because it's exclusive, these are not public goods. They're similar to a public good in that it benefits many, but it doesn't fit the other criteria. It doesn't fit the free criteria. A golf course. Many people can use a golf course at the same time. We don't use it all up, but it's exclusive. Now let's talk about public goods. They are going to meet in the non-exclusive column. They're going to meet in the non-rivalrous row, and together with those two characteristics, they describe what a public good is. Schools are a public good. Do they check this box? Yes. That box. They are free. And when I go to school, do I use it all up? No. When you go to school, do you use it up? No. We can put thousands of kids in the school, and they do not use up all of the education and the benefits of that school. So it is non-rivalrous. It benefits many. So you've got something that's non-exclusive, it's free, and many people can use it at the same time. That is a public good. These are not public goods. Those are exclusive. That's rivalrous. This is exclusive. This is non-exclusive and it's non-rivalrous. Roads, they're free to use. And when I use the road, I don't use it all up. And when you use the road, you don't use it all up. And millions of Americans use the roads every single day, and we do not use them all up. And they're not exclusive because they are free. The military, you did not pay to have the protection of the military. You're not paying the military to protect you from terrorists. You don't pay that every single day. You do not pay the military to protect you from Europe during World War II. You didn't pay a dime. Also, I'm using the military right now. You're using the military right now. Your friend is using the military. Your mom's using the military. Your dad's using the military. Your sister's using the military. We're all using the military right now because they are giving us a service. They are protecting us from danger. And we can all use it at the same time. It's benefiting many at the same time. That means it's non-rivalrous and it's non-exclusive because you didn't pay a dime. Those are public goods. More public goods. The police, you don't pay anything. We all use it right now. Firefighters, we all use it at the same time, don't pay a dime. Fireworks, you ever go to the fireworks in the summer? We don't pay anything, and I can look at the fireworks, you can look at the fireworks. We're all using the fireworks at the same time, listening to the sound, smelling it, seeing it. And when I use it, it doesn't use it all up. The radio, anyone can use the radio at once. Public parks, anyone can use it. Lighthouses, well, what's a lighthouse? I know it's weird if you don't live on the coast, but if you're in the ocean at night and you're sailing next to the coast, you can't really see anything. And bam, you can run into the land and lose all of your boats and people can die. You know how you don't run into the land? A lighthouse. And it's free. And guess what? When I see the lighthouse, it tells me stay away. And when you see the lighthouse, it says stay away. And when old Chippy, the shipmate boat dude, sees it, that's the worst thing I've ever said, sees it, he knows to stay away. No one uses it all up. A library, no one uses it all up. FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Administration, we don't use it all up. Snow plows, it's free, and we don't all use it all up. Now, when I say free, it's not really free because we got to pay taxes. Oh, there's always a catch. You said it was going to be free. That's fine. In the next video, I'm going to explain to you why public goods have to be paid for by tax dollars. So no, nothing is ever free, folks. Nothing is ever free. All the things you see on the screen cost money. They've got to be paid for somehow. And the only way to pay for them is through taxes. And I'm going to show you exactly in the next video how we pay for these services with taxes, because if you don't have taxes paying for it, it will create a disaster. It will create a problem. It will lead to the dreaded free riders! Oh, those free riders. You got to see in the next video what I'm talking about. Public goods, free riders, to be continued.